Well, good day, viewers, and welcome to the Sports Wrap Show. I'm your host, Brian Munango, updating you on the latest sports news. Well, before we do get into the hit list, United fans, I don't know if you guys, if we are happy or if we are sad with the draw against Arsenal, knowing the form that we've been in. But me personally, I'm not happy with the draw because I think the best team deserved to win that game, and that was Manchester United. I'm just saying, from a fan's perspective, all those good says by Raya. But nonetheless, a good draw for Man United. We didn't lose that game, so I'm very happy for that. Manchester City fans, it's getting worrisome. Another defeat to Nottingham Forest. Looked very, very sad for Manchester City, but that was the Premier League this weekend. We'll be talking more about the local news as we get into the hit list. So currently, as we speak, African Stars are the only team that stand in front of Young African and getting $1.5 million. That is, we are very excited for the fact that Young African made it through to the finals of the MTC Maris Cup as they took on UNAM. I think I predicted this last week as well on In the Mix for you guys that didn't see. But yeah, I predicted Young African to make it to the finals as they beat UNAM comfortably 3-1. And in the other match, I thought we would see an upset with Buccaneers against the Kings of Cups, African Stars. But yet again, we saw how resilient and how professional that team is, that they came through and won the game against fan favorite Buccaneers. Young African won the game. Not Young African, but African Stars won the game 2-1 to advance to the finals as well. Well, we do have interviews with the Young African captain and the coach. So please do stay tuned as we have a listen to what they had to say.
All right, I'm Gaitani Kainje, captain of Young African. As you can see, we have played our semi-finals against UNAM. So they were the best team, though, in terms of positioning and whatnot. But we managed to beat them 3-1. So it was a hard work from our team, since you know that the team has regained the status from the owner of Young African. So we have worked 3 weeks to do this. So I'm looking forward for more wins. All right.
Yeah, I think I'm very happy that we went through to the final, which is the money match, and I'm very happy for the boys that they look so rusty. You could see their fitness today. As I've said earlier, that we almost 70% of fitness with them, and I think they kept them very well. They kept to the tactical discipline today. It worked very well because I told them UNAM will have that ball. Anytime it will have that ball. That's how they play. They will want to keep that ball. They will want to have it. So I told them just to stay put. Let's stay compact. Once we have the ball, let's play quickly on the counter so we can go goals. And then I think it worked very well. It worked very well. We scored 3 quality goals and we're happy. So we are through to the final and that's all we can say for now.
Huge congratulations to Young African for advancing, like I said, to the final, where the only stepping stone that's left is the mighty, mighty African Stars. It's going to be a very thrilling final, but we're all excited and looking forward to how it will play out. Moving on to our next story, the KBA Association, the Commerce Basketball Association League kickstarted on Friday. Well, the games are scheduled to play on Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays as well. And Marit Ngula was the reporter on duty as he chatted with the president, Big Mike. Stay tuned for that interview.
My name is Mike Mokumbuta. I'm the KBA president. So we are gathered here at the University of Namibia as we kickstart our season, our 2025 season. As you can see back in the background, the 2 teams are warming up. The Legends ladies against UNAM Wildcats. That's our first game of the night, followed by a UNAM derby as well. UNAM Raiders versus UNAM Penguins. It's also quite a huge rivalry, and our men's in our Premier Division, we have QBC versus Afrostars, which should be a game that everybody will flock in to come watch tonight. So that's what we have for tonight. Tomorrow is our big day. We have our prize giving award ceremony for last season. So with that, we have a few games, second division games that are going to start in the morning from 9 up until 12. And then from around 1ish, we will have our actual All-Star Day now, where we'll have there will be a 3-point contest for the ladies. Then we will have a ladies game as well. That's Coach Peter Parker going against Coach Shocks. They've already picked their teams. And then we'll also have the men's 3-on-3, the men's 3-point shootout as well. And then there will be a dunking contest. We also included a skills challenge. And then we will have the main event, which is the Team World, which is the foreign players playing here against the Namibians, who are going to be defending the land. And then at the end of that, we will have our prize giving from last season to award the winners from last season, because we never really got a chance to do it last year. So we made this Saturday the occasion where we are going to then award the individual awards and the team awards for last season. So that's basically what's happening this weekend. And then Sunday, we resume with our games. And then for the rest of the weekends, we'll always have games. And this is the home of basketball here at UNAM. Thank you.
A very, very busy sports weekend that we did have all over. I mean, from the likes of Marinda, where we had the Maris Cup, Stamprit, where we had NAPSO. We'll also be touching on that. Went to where we saw a lot of sports happening. And speaking of sports, the MTC Regional 15s also took place on Saturday at the Hage Geingob Stadium. But you guys will have to stay tuned, as we'll be breaking that down right after the break.
Imagine something so ahead of its time. It was designed to fit in with a future that hasn't happened yet.
Great Scott.
That future is here. Get it.
Well, the MTC Regional 15s Rugby Tournament kick-started over the weekend. Very, very exciting game. So we saw Northern Force take on Coastal Samurais. Well, these teams have been made up of the club teams that have to play together. And this has this has worked out very interesting. I think the fans enjoyed the game, the spectators loved the games, and the reporters also enjoyed the game, because we got to see the likes of Wanderers United being teamed up with a team like I wanted to say Trasco United. No, not Trasco United, but Western Suburbs. Western Suburbs and Wanderers United played together, and in the other games we saw the likes of Coastal Samurais was made up of Dolphins and the team that we all know from the coast, Kudus. So it was very interesting to see how the matches played out. Northern Force beat Coastal Samurais 56-21 in the opening match, and in the second match we saw a more tighter affair where we saw Comas that is made up of now Wanderers and the team from Comasdal. Well, in the second game we saw a very, very tight affair where we saw Comas walking away with the win, but it was very tight. They won the game 62-56. That's how tight the games was. We had a few interviews with the Comas players. We also caught up with the coach of the Comas team, so please do stay tuned as we have a look at those interviews.
Okay, so we are joined by Jack. Jack, you guys played for Comas today. Tell me, a tough game. Spectators really enjoyed it. What are your thoughts on the match?
First, I'd like to say thank you to all the spectators for coming out. It's way better playing with spectators. Then secondly, our opponents, well done to them. They really put up a tough fight. I mean, preparation is not a lot for both teams, and for them to put up a fight like they did, well done. Both teams really chased the pace and really tried up their tempo, and they did well. And luckily, we were able to take home the victory today.
Okay, well, we saw from the beginning the Comas team was gelling really well. Just tell us, how easy was it for you guys to get along with the Western Suburb players?
Honestly, as people, they're amazing people, really. As players as well, the connection only comes with training a lot and playing a lot together. So that, in my opinion, lacked today. But I mean, you can't expect a team to gel after a couple of training sessions together. Hopefully, in the near future, we can train again together with them in preparation for the next one.
Cool, thanks. joined by the head coach of the Commerce team. Coach, just tell us a brilliant game for the spectators. I think this match just highlighted how wonderful rugby can be. But just tell us about having to work with the Western Suburb players. How was that for you guys?
Yeah, I think they interacted well. We worked this weekend, and I think everybody interacted well in what we had to plan, and everybody just joined in the frame and in the plan that we had. The Suburbs Wanderers guy, not one stage that I thought it was a Suburbs Wanderers team, it was a Commerce team, and I think that was the great thing about rugby today as well. And you've seen it on the field, the other guys back each other. Obviously, we struggled a bit with props, which we have a big crisis in the country as well. But going forward, I think this was a great thing, and hopefully we get some respect for each other going into the league next week. And obviously, Wanderers and Suburbs will play each other in the league as well. But yeah, wonderful for the guys. And obviously, it always goes about the players, how we can develop the players. And seeing them play today, it wasn't about Wanderers or Suburbs. It was about a bunch of rugby players having a good time and chasing a good game and making a good spectacle of it.
Okay, well, this is good preparations for the league. Looking at how your players played, how important was it for all the players to just get some game time before the league starts?
I think it was very important. You know, a lot of the teams played pre-matches against other clubs. We didn't. We obviously played in the 10s, but we also rested a lot of the guys. So we didn't play our strongest side in the tennis side. So today, obviously, a lot of other players got chance, and then of course we rested also a lot of players that will play in the league, giving some other young players a chance to play and feature as well in the game. But going forward, at least we have some kind of idea of combinations, how we want to play. In the front row, locks, the back three, and also obviously your center and 9-10 combination. So hopefully today, ticking a few boxes going forward. They're playing in Rebot next weekend, and hopefully we can just build on this.
Okay, well, thank you for your time, coach.
Thank you very much.
Well, Enrico, who plays for Trasco United, was on the team of Northern Force, where he won the Player of the Match award, showcasing brilliant skills, scoring 2 tries for himself actually, but he did speak in Afrikaans in the post-match interview, and here is what he had to share.
Ons self die met Enrico man of the match gekry award hierso. Vertel ons bietjie eerste wedstryd van die MTC Regional 15, hoe was dit?
Ja, nee, dit was glo ek goed. Ek moet sê, hier is nogals 'n goeie toernooi om deel te neem, om die spanne 'n bietjie te meng en goed, om net te sien hoe die ander spanne se cultures werk en goed. Ek moet sê dis nogals 'n lekker ding hierdie.
Dit is 'n goeie challenge. Die feit dat julle met ander spanne moet inmeng. Hoe was die job in die span gejel?
Ek moet sê UNAM se spelers, hulle maak dit nogals moeë lekker. Hulle maak mense betrokke in alles. So die gees was goed. So as die gees altyd goed is in 'n span, kan enige spelers lekker saam bond. Ja. Reg.
Huge congratulations to him, and I can definitely not wait for the next round of the MTC Regional 15s Rugby Tournament, where we'll be going for a short break, and we'll be back with the NAPSO highlights from the 70-meter hurdles. So please do stay tuned for that.
Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go. Go. Feel like I should go. Feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should, feel like I should go. Feel like I should go.
So this weekend we had a team that traveled all the way down to the south to cover the NAPSO Athletics that took place at Al Natan, the private school, of course. Schools showed up, a lot of records were broken on the day, and here are the highlights.
Ja, hier is ons reg by die 80 of is dit 70 meter hekkies. Dogters onder 10 en daar gat hulle. Ongelooflike tegniek daar deur die Wapkind is wat daar voor hardloop is die meisietjie van Wap wat Janel Henes wat sommer skoonskip maak daar en dis 'n baie tegniese item hierdie. Ons moet seker maak dat 'n mens hard werk en daar wen sy met 'n pragtige tyd van 14.37. Hier is ons by die volgende wedloop. 3 sterk atlete daar en weer eens die atleet in die binnebaan wat baie goed vertoon en daar gaan sy oor haar voorlaaste hekkies en pragtig werk sy deur na die wenstreep, pragtige wedloop. Daar deur die hekkie meisies, hier kom die seuns nou verby. Die baan is ongelooflik lekker, dis baie mooi, dis 'n lieflike dag, die wind waai lekker en dis net lekker vir atletiek. Ons sit hier natuurlik in Stampriet by Alnaten en ons het 'n voorreg om atletiek saam met hulle te doen en ek kan net namens my baie geluk sê en Napso vir die organisering. Daar maak jy manne reg. Gaan hulle baie mooi wegspring daar die Moria seun wat nou in die tweede plek is. Maar ja nee, daar gaan ek seun in die band 2, hy's loshande voor. Ongelukkig kry ons daar 'n struikel, maar hy staan op en hy maak sy wedloop klaar. Dis natuurlik Karlien baie maklik hier by my, baie belangrik by hekkies as jy val om weer op te staan en aan te gaan om te leer wat jy kan doen. Hoe voel jy daaroor?
Ja, dis ongelooflik van daai seun om op te staan en nog steeds die wedloop klaar te maak en nog 'n derde plek te kan kry.
Fantasties. Ons sien vir Alnaten daar aan baan 1. Dis 'n wapmeisie. Daar is hulle reg. Daar gaan hulle. Wat belangrik is by die hekkies, ons wil altyd kyk dat daai voorvoet baie mooi vinnig afgekap word en dan die heup wat agter deurkom, moet hard deurkom en hard gewerk word. Pragtige hardloop daar aan baan 2. Daar gaan sy los deur. Ons sien die toeskouers hier langs die kant, hoe lekker ondersteun hulle, lekker windjie wat waai. Lieflike dag hier in Stampriet. Daar is 'n seun wat daar voor hardloop en in die pro het ouetjie daar aan die tweede baan en Wap wat daar gaan. Wap is in die baan 7, ongelooflik. Nou druk hulle mekaar, nou werk hulle hard en dis die laaste stuk en ongelooflik kom hy pro het seën deur. Dit wys jou dat jy heeltyd moet werk en jy moet heeltyd aanhou probeer. Daar sien ons die hulpafsitter wat net seker maak dat almal reg is. Hulle kyk jy hande. Hulle maak reg. Nou moet ons baie ontspanne wees, kop af en reaksie. Daar gaan hulle. Kyk hoe mooi hardloop hierdie seun in die binnebaan van Wap, pragtig. Pragtig, jy kan sien iemand by Wap weet hoe om hekkies af te rig. En daar gaan hulle deur die wenstreep en hy wys hy sommer lekker bly, hand in die lug en hy vier dit saam. Ek is doodseker daar's 'n ma en pa wat breëbors iewers op die paviljoen sit. Hier sit 'n klomp dogters wat regmaak. Afsitters geweer is op. Daar gaan die rook, hier kom hulle. Moria 2, Wap 1. Moria, ongelukkig verloor die Moria meisie haar ritme. Maar kyk hoe mooi maak sy reg, Wap hardloop deur en Educate wat ook hier agter mooi deurkom. Kyk hoe hard werk hy Moria meisie, pragtig. Dis ongelooflike deursettingsvermoë om dit reg te kry. Ongelukkig, maar daar is 'n reëling by Napso wat as die jonger kinders een kansie gee en soms gebeur dit ook dat die jammer, ek het dit heel verkeerd. Laat ons net kyk wat sê die hulpafsitter. Dis 'n geel kaart, dis 'n tegniese fout. Dit beteken dan heel waarskynlik dat die geweer afgegaan het, maar die skoot het nie geklap nie. Die afsitter maak reg. Wat dink jy gaan nou deur 'n atleet se kop, Karlien?
Sjoe, dit moet baie pressure wees. Ek kan dink vir alle jonger atlete, dit kan nie maklik wees vir hulle om weer terug in die blokke te kom en hulle minds reg te kry en weer te hardloop nie.
Ja, nou klop die hartjies lekker vinnig. Hulle is nie seker jy moet hulle sak of moet hulle nie sak nie.
Daar gaan die girls.
Daar gaan hulle. Hulle is reg. Hulle is in posisie. Hulpafsitter gaan gou kyk of die hande aan almal reg is en korrek is. En dan die toeskouers wat redelik senuweeagtig hier langs die kant sit. En daar gaan hulle. Wap is natuurlik voor, pragtige mooi voet. Pragtige atleet daardeur wat in die tweede plek Educate. Sit so 'n bietjie gestruikel by daai hekkie, maar sy het oorgekom. Laaste hekkie en dan vir die tweede plek is daar 'n geveg en dit lyk vir my of Educate dit gevat het. Baie mooi daar deur die atlete van Wapperag. So hier gaan ons onmiddellik wegspring daar. Pragtige Kari wat hier hardloop. Sy hardloop so mooi. Kyk hoe mooi slaan sy haar voorvoet op. Sy kan 'n bietjie harder op die heup werk in die agterkant, maar daar gaan sy hardloop sommer onder haar teenstanders uit oor die wenstreep en in die tweede plek lyk dit vir my na Prouet. Julle kan duidelik sien daai wind wat van agter af waai, so half skuins van agter af. Dit maak 'n groot verskil in die tree en die ritme van die hekkies. Ons is nou by 110 hekkies. Dis die groter seuns, is gewoonlik onder 17 en onder 19 wat daar wegspring. Ons het daar 3 atlete daar aan die baan, hulpafrigter kyk. Pragtige kamerawerkie van bo af en ons is reg om te gaan. Daar sit hulle af. Pragtige eerste hekkie daar. Mooi gaan hy atleet daar deur. Hy werk so mooi. Ongelukkig.
Struikel van Etienne af.
Etienne wat daar 'n bietjie gestruikel het. Kyk hoe staan hy op. En hy werk nog steeds so hard. Ongelooflik. El Nathan se seun wat daar wen. Hy is ook 'n man wat sommer lekker ver spring. Maar daai was 'n ongelukkige ding wat maar baie keer by hekkies gebeur. En dis maar een van daai dinge van atletiek en van alle sport dat ons soms nie alles werk soos ons dit wil hê nie. Hier is so 4 atlete wat die hekkies hardloop. Baie mooi daar aan die binnebaan. Dit lyk vir my soos potgieter daar van Educate. Potgieter van Educate wat daar hardloop. Baie mooi hardloop. Lekker van bo af kan ons sien hoe mooi hy hekkies hardloop en nie spring nie. En daar is hy deur.
Well, I think one thing that we are all very excited about is the triathletics that's happening on Wednesday. I think I'll let it simmer for now because everyone is wondering what is triathletics. So it has just been confirmed, or not just been confirmed, but it has been confirmed that Windhoek Gymnasium, Windhoek High School and Windhoek Afrikaans Private School will host an athletics event on Wednesday where all 3 schools will be competing against each other. Well, this is going to be one of the best spectacles to look forward to, I think this year, a highlight for the year. And we have a lady that tells us more on how this event is going to work and what's going to transpire and what the spectators can look forward to. So please do stay tuned for that interview. Okay, so we are joined by Adri Visa, who is the athletics coordinator here at Windhoek High School. Adri, we know that Wednesday is a big night for you guys with the triathletics, the first of its kind in Namibia. Please just tell us what was the plan behind this and how excited are you for the event on Wednesday?
We decided because our learners can't tour so much to South Africa and back, we would like to provide more competitions, athletics competitions for our learners and also any other schools' learners in Windhoek. So we decided to start small first with a tri-school athletics between Windhoek High School, Windhoek Gymnasium and Windhoek Afrikaans Privaat School. It will be on Wednesday afternoon, evening event because we also don't want the learners to miss too much school. And then it will be all the short distances, all the short hurdles and all the field items. All the exciting athletics events will be on Friday evening.
Okay,
on Wednesday evening.
On Wednesday evening. Well, everyone is very excited for this and looking forward to how it's going to pan out, seeing different schools take on the other school. Just tell us with the planning and the organizing of the event, how has that been going so far?
We've had a great outcome with our athletes entering immediately and also Windhoek Gymnasium and Windhoek Afrikaans Privaat School. They're all very excited. We had to postpone the event once because of the funeral of our late president, but at least still our learners are very excited and they look forward to competing because there's not many athletics competitions in Namibia currently. We only have zone and then the regionals and nationals. And not all athletes get the chance to compete against each other. And we are the big 3 schools in Windhoek would like to take on each other.
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. But just tell me, how good is this going to be for the learners going forward? I mean, you guys will now see for the first time how it works. But for the kids from VAP, from Windhoek Gymnasium and from here, how do you think it's going to benefit all the kids if this works out to be a wonderful success?
I think it's really going to benefit the learners because the 3 schools are in different zones. We don't get the chance to compete against each other. And all our athletes from all 3 schools want more competition. They want to compete against the best because if you beat the best, you are the best.
Yes.
Good day everyone, time for international sports news and starting off with tennis news first. It is Indian Wells tournament that's taking place on the WTA and ATP Tour, men and women playing. Let's start with some of the results on the men's side and a bit of a shock result. There was a shock result for Novak Djokovic. He's out of the tournament. He's a 24-time major winner. He lost to Botic van der Zandschulp 6-2, 3-6 and 6-1. That is in the 3rd round of the tournament. Better result for Alex de Minaur. He's an Australian number 9 seed. He beat David Goffin by 6-2 and 6-2. And then also it is Stefanos Tsitsipas of Greece continuing his good form. And he beat Matteo Berrettini, the 28th seed, also to go through to the next round. On the women's side of the draw, it is Amira Andreeva. She's just 17 years old. She's a number 9 seed. She's through to the next round. She beat Clara Tauson by 6-3 and 6-love. And then the number 1 player from China, that is Kunying Zheng. She beat Lilia Sun by 6-4 and 7-5. On to English Premier League football, and more pressure now on Arsenal coach Mikel Arteta, and it is Arsenal now 15 points behind Liverpool on the race for the English Premier League title. Liverpool have played one more game than Arsenal at the moment, and that is after a 1-1 draw for Arsenal against Manchester United over the weekend. And Arteta had his 200th game as manager of Arsenal, and the only title that he's won since joining 2019 at Arsenal was a 2020 FA Cup, and had close runs with Manchester City the last 2 seasons for the title, but both times it was Manchester City that won the title. So the next game for Arsenal will be this coming Sunday. They play at home against Chelsea. Liverpool's got a bye. They play the English League Cup final. That will be on Sunday against Newcastle. Close of today's international sports news is cricket news. The cricket world attention will now be in the Indian Premier League. That will be the next focus. That starts on the 22nd of March. That is after the conclusion of the Champions Trophy played in Pakistan, but the final was in Dubai because of India not travelling to Pakistan. India winning the tournament, beating New Zealand by 4 wickets in the final. And so the IPL will start on the 22nd of March. That will be defending champions Kolkata Knight Riders. They've got a home game against the Royal Challengers Bangalore. That's international sports news for today. Hope you have a great sport day. We talk international sport again tomorrow. Goodbye.